We're at Durbanville Gallops chatting to Brad Crawford about his runners at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth on Saturday the 18th of May. Busy day for you on Saturday, Brett. Starting out in race 1, the 1200 metre maiden juvenile plate, you're saddling Captain West. How's he doing at the moment? This is his debut for you.
No, he's doing very well. He's a nice horse. I do think he'll be a little bit green on debut, but he's been working nicely, and I think if he's not too green, he's a horse that you can expect a positive run from. So, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if he got into the quartet, but just depending how green he is on the day.
Race 2, 1200 metre maiden juvenile plate. You're sending out stablemates O and Crim. Also both 2-year-olds. What can you tell us about these two?
Yeah, O, I think, is looking for a bit further. He's going to need his debut, so I think it'll be more an experience for him. Crim's doing very well. He's had one run over 1,000, ran a very good race. I feel he's come on a lot from that, and I'm expecting him to be competitive.
Then race 4, 1200 metre maiden plate for fillies and mares. You're sending out Charlene. She's got the 7 draw and Louis on board. Looks like she's been threatening.
Yeah, she has. You know, she's been knocking on the door, so I think, to be fair, she's overdue to get in the winner's box. She looks very well. Her work's been of top standard at home, so we're expecting a good run.
Race 5, 1600 metre open maiden. Big field of 15 horses here. You're sending out Amancio and Tams Knight.
Yeah, Amancio, last time we raced him with a tongue tie, he hated it. He fought it more than focusing on what he was doing, so we're going to remove the tongue tie for Saturday. And I feel on the strength of that, you know, if he regains his form from his penultimate run, you would have to respect him on the day. Tams Knight, it's his first run for the yard. He's been doing nicely at home. He has a little bit of a tricky draw to overcome. But his work's certainly good enough to be competitive. I think it's just going to depend on luck in running for him.
Then race 6, the 1400 metre class 4, Montlasseur and, just Montlasseur in that one, beg your pardon. Richard Fourie on board, and he was I think he's been a bit unlucky not to win earlier.
Well, his last run was a very good run. I feel he's progressed from that. You know, he's a horse that I think is still learning what he's doing. He's definitely got the ability to back up and run another good race. So we're expecting a good run.
Then race 7, quite a competitive 1400 metre Cape A stakes here. Stable favourite Zapatias, Future Prince and Port Louis for this one.
Yeah, you know, 3 nice runners, I think. Last time, Future Prince, you know, Louis sat on him possibly a bit long. I think he's a horse that we could have got rolling a lot earlier. He didn't get beat far. So, you know, back over 7 furlong, I'm hoping the pace is genuine. There's no doubt he'll finish his race off well, so he's a horse that you have to respect. Port Louis has been in really good form. His last 2 runs have been really good. I think 14 is his ideal trip, so definitely a horse that has to be respected on the day. And then Zapatia, obviously, you know, he's coming off a long break, but we have done a lot of groundwork on him at home. He looks absolutely outstanding. And you know, he's the class horse of the race, if you just look at ratings. So it's all going to be about, you know, how much he needs it, because he will need it, but I do feel that we've done enough to make him competitive. So, you know, I think a lot will he's got the draw on his side, so definitely a horse you can't leave out. And I think whatever happens on Saturday is going to progress a lot.
Then race 8, 1800 metre class 4 for fillies and mares. You're sending out Born Ready.
Born Ready's been off for quite a long time. You know, we had a few soundness issues with her and we just had to bide our time. Interesting that when she won her maiden, she won in really soft ground. So I'm not sure the ground's quite soft enough yet, but we are also stepping her up in trip. Her half sister is Time Flies, who obviously, as you know, she ran second in the Will Abington. So I don't think there's a problem with the trip. I think she'll actually appreciate it. So on her current form, it's hard to assess where she is, but on her work at home, she's been working well. So she could be a horse that would be worth including in larger perms on the day if people are playing wide there.
Then you're closing off the day in race 10, the 2,000 metre class 4, with Sudden Song and Blue Bay.
Yeah, Sudden Song, he's in great form, ultra consistent horse, never runs a bad race, and I see no different for Saturday. I think he's a horse that will make his presence felt and has to be included. Blue Bay, I think he's a horse that should appreciate the 2,000. I thought his last start was a little bit below par. I thought he could do better than that. So we're looking for him to run a positive race. He does look well, and his work's been good. So I think both horses are in with a chance.